there. Hello. Welcome to Happy Teens Community Channel. This is your favorite partner, Esther Achibong. Well, if you check behind me, you would see the burning bush. Okay, so I had to come here to do this video because it's something like you likely know. I'm sure we all know about the burning bush and about Moses. Well, I'll tell you why I'm showing you the burning bush. I'm taking you closer to this is our children's church. And one of the best ways to show children things is to show them through pictures. So this is Moses. Forgive me. This is Moses. This is Moses. This is Moses and the rod. And okay, so let's go back to why I'm showing you all this today. Hi, hello. Welcome to Happy Teens Community Channel, and I am your favorite partner, Esther Achibong. Well, so we'll be doing identity challenge, learning more about ourselves, about why we matter to the world, and how to deploy our greatest self so we can be a blessing to other people around us and even to ourselves. Right, so one of the most frustrating things is to actually just exist, just live without adding taste to the world. And one of the ways we can add taste to the world is to first discover ourselves, and that is what we've been doing through this series. And not just discovering ourselves, but discovering ourselves, deploying ourselves, and being a blessing to our world. So once again, this is identity challenge. And we are in study 7. Whilst we're trying to wrap up, we've learned a lot about you being a part of the bigger picture, and we've also learned about how we can spot contradictions. We've learned quite a lot about how we can deal with oppositions as regards to us. And today, finally, we are learning about handling impediments. So what are impediments? Moses was such a vibrant young man. You would know he wanted to, do something quite meaningful. You would know he wanted to be a blessing even to the Israelites. Do you know how I know? When the taskmaster was maltreating, so to say, the Israelites, Moses carried something and killed the taskmaster. You see passion. But suddenly, after he had, spent some time, he fled. Story of Moses, we know. He fled and he went to stay with his uncle Jethro. Through the years, God finally came to him, and God came to ask him to officially go and free his people from the land of Egypt, from the hands of the taskmasters he wanted to actually save. But do you know what? Impediments are so powerful they could hinder if we let them. Moses now suddenly began to realize that he was not qualified. He told God, who am I that I should go? Those people would not even hear me. They won't respect me. And you know what? He gave God even more excuse. He said, I'm a stammerer. And is it not true that each day of our lives as we live on, we keep seeing different things that can hinder us, seemingly impediments, those things that we feel can hinder us. Now these things can be natural. Maybe you're actually born with a particular disability. Maybe you were born blind, or someone that was born deaf, or someone that had one issue or the other, probably had an accident. And now the truth is, because there is a seemingly impediment, you can actually handle these impediments to your profit. I'll tell you how. Now, when we learn, one thing that God told Moses said, go, just go, and I will be with your mouth. That mouth that you feel that God, I'm a stammerer, I can't talk, I'm awkward in speech. God was telling Moses that, leave that, just hand over the mouth to me, I know how to handle it. Sometimes we just feel that we can handle a whole lot of stuff. We feel we can handle those impediments. We feel grieved that, oh God, why is it that some people are talking freely and I'm having issues talking, expressing myself? Or why is it that some persons were just born normal, looking much more beautiful, in quotes? Why am I looking this way? We feel that we have impediments that can hinder us from fulfilling and living the best life that God has called us to live. But the truth is, those things are just impediments if we choose to call them impediments. We can actually profit from these things. Now, how do we profit? How do we handle impediments? Number one is to, submit it to God. God told Moses, I am the person that created that mouth. I know. So I'm aware that you are a stammerer, but you are the one I want to use. That stammering doesn't disqualify you. Now, doesn't it bother you that sometimes, those impediments, if we allow them, can hinder us from being a blessing to generations? Do you know the number of men that Moses saved out of Egypt? About 600,000 men Moses saved from Egypt. They were delivered out of the hands of the taskmasters. Now, this is little Moses. This is Moses, in quotes, seeing himself as little, seeing himself as disqualified, seeing himself like he has an impediment, he can't talk well, he's awkward in speech. But God is saying, just let it. And the moment he allowed God, can you see the miracles that happened throughout history? Those miracles that we still refer to today, the plagues, the things that God did through Moses' hands. That Moses that thought he wasn't qualified led thousands and thousands of people. And he's still one of the greatest leaders that Israel refers to up till today. But that man thought he was, not qualified. Now, see an impediment as something, whether it is something that you were born natural with. Maybe you had an issue, or probably an accident happened. Now, that is not the end of the world. That is not enough to say, I'm not in God's agenda anymore. Truth is, you are actually in God's agenda. But one thing is, we have to learn, both of us, we have to learn to submit these things to God. Let God fix it. Let God deal. Let God show you how to profit from those impediments. God told Moses, I will make you a God unto Aaron. Moses was even thinking that, okay, Aaron is more qualified. Aaron can talk well. God, why don't you use Aaron? God said, you're the one I want to use. Just, allow yourself. Because some days we can feel bitter. And if we do not know how to handle impediments, we could even get depressed and not really fulfilled over our lives. But remember, this identity challenge, and we are challenging the status quo, and we're saying that you are more than what you see. If we let this impediment to God, God will work on them, and definitely is going to use it to your profit. So how do you profit? How do you handle impediments? Hand them over to God. Tell God that, yes, I can see I had an accident at some point. Probably my left leg is not good. Or, one thing, maybe one of your eye, you can see with one of your eye, one thing or the other is happening. Now, you can only profit from these impediments if you allow God. If you allow God. If you allow God. If you submit these impediments to God and say, God, how do I profit from this? God, what do you want to do? I'm available. You don't feel disqualified. You don't cancel yourself out from God's agenda. Now, we even see today how blind people, I don't want to mention names, but we see how God uses even the blind to do awesome things. So, impediments can be handled if we allow God. Just like God did to Moses, He can do it with all of us, really, all of us. Now, remember, this is Identity Challenge. I am your favorite partner, Esther Achibon. Thank you for watching this video. I love you.